I am Ahmed Belal Anwar, fourth year electrical, DTU, Delhi Technological University. I have been placed in Technip India. It is a technical company. I would like to thank PB, that is Placement Board, for giving me this opportunity to share my selection procedures with Technip India. Okay, let me tell you about Technip, what Technip do actually. Actually, it used to work in various fields, like in designing of oil rig to extract oil, as well as in fertilizers, in power system, so it is working in different fields. But what in the field in which I have been selected is in oil rig designing. So the electrical work or the power system work which will be used in designing this thing, oil rig, I will be part of that. Apart from that, Technip has a presence in more than 50 countries throughout the world, and it is one of the biggest company of France. It is, the center is in France, and as I have been recruited in Technip India, actually it is nothing like Technip India, it's like Technip. So I may be transferred to India, or maybe wherever it is required. Let me share my placement procedures. There were actually 3 rounds. There were 4 rounds actually. First was shortlisting on the basis of percentage. Then there was this thing, aptitude plus technical question for half an hour. I will be elaborating it later on. After that, it was technical interview. Then it was HR interview. Coming to the first, like the cutoff was 70%. After that, the CV was selected. So there were like 30 guys from electrical department who have been selected. After that, it was written round, in which there was technical question plus aptitude. Aptitude was extremely easy. I don't think any engineering body would not be able to do it. Would not be able to not do it. It was so easy. But the technical question was a bit difficult. It was a bit tricky. And most of the questions were from machines and power system, and a bit from power electronics. And after that written round, nearly 15 guys were selected who went to the interview round, the technical interview round. In technical interview, okay, let me quantize it clearly. There were like 4 or 5 things. First, my internship, where I pursued my internship, what I learned from that internship, and how I relate my theory stuff with the practical stuff which I learned there. Second, it was my projects which I have done as a minor and which I am doing as a major. Thirdly, my interest in which subject I love most, or which subject I feel I am strong in that. So as I said, I love, I am a bit interested in power system and power electronics. They asked me basic questions of machine, power electronics and power system. And they asked, actually the best thing which they asked about power system and power electronics was the amalgamation of power system and power electronics. Like the application of StatCom in power system, which is application of power electronics and power system. Apart from that, why I want to come in Technip, these questions like these, which I answered that because of its, actually my dad have worked in Technip. So he knows about the working culture, the growth rate, the salary and all. So I said all those things. HR interview, I will tell you step by step. When I entered in the interview room, they asked me, Bilal, the watch which you are wearing is good. So I said, ma'am, I take it as compliment. Then while seeing my CV, she asked me about projects. So because she was from HR, I know that she must not be knowing much about technical stuff. So I told her about my internships and project. And after that, she asked me about my sibling. So I told him that about my sibling, and then the interaction with my sibling and my family. And one thing she asked me was that, Bilal, you are in electrical, your brother has interest in electronics, your dad is in civil, then why so much, varied field? Why everybody is in different branch? Then I said, okay ma'am, let me complete. My dada is a doctor, my mom is masters in art, my uncle is engineering textile, so textile engineer. So we are a hybrid family. So she laughed. So what I said was just the truth. So I was, just being myself. And apart from that, she also asked me, Bilal, if you would not have been engineer, what you would have been? Then I said that. Then I thought, and I said, ma'am, I would have been doctor. Then she asked me, why don't you pursue that? Then I said that, ma'am, if you love two things simultaneously, but if you love the first more than second, of course you go for second. Of course you go for first. As I loved physics and mathematics and engineering field more than medical, I went for that field. I came for this field. So, and overall it was easy, and I was just confident and normal, so I cleared it. That's it. If you are targeting technical company, first of all your projects and your internship should be good, and of course you should be knowing every nook and corner and nuts and bolts, everything about that project and internship, because they will be asking you about this in depth. Coming to the core subject, like if you are from electrical engineering background, you should be knowing about power system, machine, power electronics, and a bit about other things. So you should be good in core subjects. So these are the skills which are required. These are things which are required to clear your technical interview. And in HR interview, they will be asking you, one thing they will be asking you is that what do you wanna do in the future? Where you see yourself in the future? Like, would you be pursuing MS or MBA in the future? But you have to stick to one thing, and you have to say that, no ma'am, I want to be in your company. Doesn't matter whatever will happen, I will be in your company. That's what you have to say there. Because if you say I will be going for MBA, as I did in my ITC interview, my interview was fine, but it just what I said there was that I would be going for MBA after 3 years of experience, and I will be coming back to your company. But they laughed and they said, man, you have committed the blunder. But so I didn't repeat that mistake in this company. They asked me, Bilal, where you see yourself after 5 years? Then I said that, ma'am, I would be in your organization. I would be, trying to become project manager. So you just have to say is that you will be working tooth and nail in that organization and would be trying to develop that organization. And being confident, being good in, communication. Your English should be good, of course. Your English vocabulary, your English communication should be good. And which is not a big deal. If you are from big background, it would be like 2 or 3 months of practice and you can improve. And that's all. I think that's it. For any queries, you can leave the comment below. Like the video and subscribe for this channel. PB.